Oh, y'all, guys, this is Joey. I know it's been a long time. I had a kid um, over the summer, and I'm back making videos, and I'm really excited about the Cricket World Cup and to talk all things New World Cricket. And one thing that I was doing was looking up the history of Major League Cricket. Not that Major League Cricket, the first one back in the early 2000s, and I was going through their website, and I'm planning on doing a video about this, but looking through their Wayback Machine, it's really interesting this first attempt to make a Major League Cricket competition in the United States. And unfortunately, the company has dissolved. It's no longer active. Obviously, there's a new Major League Cricket, but just looking through the history is something that really interests me, and to see the passion that the people who set this organization up is very inspiring, and it's just common with cricket in general. So one thing that I found, it took me a while, is some basic strategy guides. And I wanted to go over one strategy guide. This was by Deb K. Das. Appreciate this because this is very, very enlightening for someone who grew up playing baseball. And if this is more for Americans, um, and I could share this with you in the description. But I want to show you this article and how it explains the big differences between baseball, American baseball, and cricket, and how they're different. And this makes me love cricket so much more. Um, so Deb says the biggest difference between cricket and baseball is baseball is a pitcher's game and cricket is a batter's game. And that makes total sense. Let's get into this. So they both consist of one-on-one duels. You have a batter here and a pitcher here. Um, Both are supported by a set of fielders. Both can get out. Both have to throw the ball. There's a lot of similarities, but the final scores show the cumulative outcome of these duels. So in baseball, it's the pitcher who challenged to duels by a series of batters. And in baseball, this is something we celebrate a lot, like a pitcher pitching a no hitter. Pitchers can pitch the entire game, and it's called a complete game. Whether batters score runs or not, it's still a major accomplishment. And sometimes pitchers can pitch a no hitter, which batters don't even get on base legally. And sometimes they can pitch a perfect game, which is no batters get on base at all with a walk, with any errors, with anything. And it's very rare, but it does happen. So it says each duel can last between 3 to 10 pitches, and there are 27 or more one-on-one duels between a single pitcher and 9 batters who have like 3 or more chances at bat. In cricket, though, it's the batter, not the pitcher, who takes center stage and is challenged by a series of pitchers and bowlers. I love this. An individual batter who's doing well could face 20, 50, or over 100 pitches. And you see this in even T20, where batters don't get out the entire game. So that's just the opposite. It's really cool. So you have 3 or 4 pitchers or bowlers could take turns trying to get him out, different strategies to get this person out. And it's just there, you understand the strategy of why you have, you know, a pitcher pitching this way as like a spinner, and then you have a fast bowler. Um, Really cool. You understand baseball best by starting with the pitcher, then looking at the field placement, and finally how a baseball batter could deal with them. Okay. The difference with baseball is the field is like this. It's not even, a half of the field. It's like maybe a fourth of the entire field that you have to worry about. And so there's foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. Um, to be honest, I mean, I like fouls. I like fouling off, but sometimes there's just a lot of, monotony in that. In cricket, you would expect to see different kinds of batters come up to bat, each being tested with different pitching styles and different fielding formations. And so this makes so much sense with why you're having the field a certain way, why the power play is such a big deal in ODI and T20 cricket, because you're setting up and you're expecting batters to bat a certain way. And so kind of like in baseball, you have typically a pitcher pitches 6 or 7 innings, and then you have the setup pitcher who pitches 1 inning, and then you have the closer, and it's kind of like boom, boom, boom. In cricket, it's kind of different. You have it with the batsman. So batters one and two are called the opening batsmen, kind of like leadoff batters in baseball. They're supposed to be consistent, but not necessarily score the runs. In cricket, if they stay on base for 30 minutes or more, they've done their job. Batters three, four, and five are the high scoring batters. The best batters in the team are usually positions like these. In baseball, we call it a cleanup hitter. And then batters six, seven, and eight are power hitters. Kind of think of like Kyron Pollard or, those big West Indies batters. Boom. And then 9, 10, and 11, those are kind of like the pitchers batting. They're not really good at batting. They're more pitchers or bowlers, but they're in the lineup, so they have to bat. And this makes sense usually at the end of the game when they come up. They're not as effective. Against this kind of batting lineup, the opposite team's two starting pitchers will typically be their fastball specialists who can make the shiny new ball move in the air with maximum speed and who are also bowlers, pitchers, most likely to get past the steady defenses of the open batsman. As a ball loses its shine and grips the ground better, the slower pitchers or bowlers use breaks. And we use that in baseball too. A breaking ball is a ball that kind of curves. And it makes more sense of why in cricket you don't keep the ball because you're working that ball, you're trying to get it to stick to the ground. And it makes sense why you have to throw the ball back. In baseball, I mean, you hit the ball one time and it's in the stands. You don't throw the ball back. So I think that's really cool too. How bowlers work the ball. A good team will have one or two extra pitchers or bowlers to provide this kind of variety, kind of change of pace. You'll have a fast bowler, a, a, a bowler who can throw, googlies or spinners. That's the word I'm looking for. And this was another thing that I've come to appreciate about cricket because in the beginning, it was like the batter didn't get out at all. Like that's horrible. Now I understand why that's really cool. The second reason is you have scoring or time limits. And I was thinking this too. It is a time limit. So having 50 overs, that's a time limit. Having 20 overs, that's a time limit. And so this totally changes the strategy of cricket for the better, I think, if you want to make a 3-hour game. If the batting team has a fixed amount of time to complete its innings, it has to score the highest number of runs possible within the assigned time limit, although it's allowed 10 outs that become less important than the runs that go up on the scoreboard. And this is really cool because you have two ways of getting the offense out. You can run out of time, or you can get all out. That's really cool. In cricket matches, overs rather than minutes are used to set time limits. And if you think an over takes about 3 minutes, so if you have 20 overs, that's 60 minutes a team, right? Did I get that right? I really hope I did. I know a lot of you guys are good at math. 20 times 3, that's 60, yeah. So a 30 over limit is like 90 minutes. And I know there's like stoppages and stuff. So the scoring rate, and this is why the scoring rate is so important, is the runs per over that is being achieved by the batting team. A scoring rate of 2 runs per over or less is extremely low, suggesting that the pitching and fielding team are dominating play. I always think that like one, like a rate of 6 runs per over is good. So that's like 1 run every pitch, every ball that you have. So I just wanted to share this with you guys and show that I'm, starting to make videos again. Again, like I said, I'm making a video on Major League Cricket and the history of Major League Cricket in the United States, as well as just some things that have happened before the start of the 2023 Major League Cricket season. So please stay focused here. Please like and subscribe. And also, I'll be bringing more content, hopefully daily or every other day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later.